It is perfectly understandable that many people are extremely angry and choked on what's going on in, for example, Iran, the Middle East, the Gaza Strip. And for decades, there was something against the Shah, and then there's something against the Islamic leadership in Iran, and so on. And having lots of anger and express aggression and hatred, or internalize and repressing those emotions, create internal trauma, maybe even sickness, maybe even cancer. So it's perfectly understandable and very unfortunate. So when one begins to look at this whole thing from a natural, logical process, we can look at, for example, Singapore, right, which was a city like a third world slum. And what did they do? And then if you look at Japan, how did they become first world? How did they get their power? Then you can see that a group of people or a region, some of them have the ability or the opportunity or the help and the support to improve themselves and find a way out of the horrible situation. So for a nation such as Iran, who had political instability, I don't know, 100, 150 years, and it's one thing after the other, it keeps on going. So we, rather than being just angry that, oh, somebody else is here taking our oil or somebody is oppressing our people, if we look at the human condition, the human tendency, everybody is greedy, people want money, people want power, and people will do things to oppress other people and kill other people to retain that power. And none of this is too unnatural for human beings. Human beings are kind of like that. That doesn't excuse it, doesn't condone it, doesn't reduce the harm they are doing. But the point is to peacefully understand the logic and the way the human beings are, and then take oneself out of the burning hell and all this repressed anger and hatred. So that is a helpful thing to do. And there's a thing called the Cornerstone Retreat. In many churches, St. Monica's Parish Community has a Women's Corner Retreat coming up towards the end of this month, February, I think 27, 26, 2026. And the men's retreat just finished February 6 and 7 last weekend. And it's $1 million therapy for me. I went to it in 2010, and I was a witness myself 2011. So for some of my friends who are no longer with us, then it's too late. But those who are still here, I strongly encourage it because it's extremely healthy and wonderful. And for me, being a Buddhist and having been in Iran, I went to the masjid or the mosque for 3-4 years every Friday with some Muslim friends. That space of the Cornerstone is a space of unconditional love and universal compassion, and I hope you also get to enjoy it. So here we are at Hermosa Beach, right by the pier. It's a beautiful day, beautiful place. February 8th, I think is today's date, is it? February 8th, I think so. We love you. Bye-bye.